This is the Rune Fantasy Football Podcast. It is game week 21. So last game week 20, it's a week that saw the likes of Cancelo, who was the top scoring player with 17 points, Shek and Mane with 15 points. And with Kane injured, many managers will be looking for his replacement. How about the returning Dominic Calvert-Lewin as a direct swap, or Watkins with a very low price compared to Harry Kane? And in game week 21, I fancy the following players to be performing. I'll start with Cancelo himself against Sheffield United. And not to underrate Sheffield. Remember, they beat Man United against all odds at Old Trafford in a very entertaining match. And then we have Raheem Sterling at home against Sheffield United. Last week he got a goal and an assist. So this week at home, I fancy he might be repeating his 11-goal haul or even more. And what about Sterling for captaincy? Then we have Son. With Kane injured, Son will be the main man for Tottenham. And if they have to score, Son will play a very huge part in getting that goal. So how about Son? And by the way, vice captain Son. And if you are a daredevil, how about captaining him? And then we have another boy from Man City, Phil Foden. I fancy he may start today, and he may end up awarding his managers some points. Then we have James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez has returned to scoring, and Everton is playing Newcastle United at home. Newcastle has been letting in goals, so I fancy James Rodriguez to be performing. And his fellow teammate Dominic Calvert-Lewin also will be a huge pick up front. Then we have Matthias Pereira from West Brom. West Brom will be facing Fulham at home. I fancy he may continue with his fine form. And then we have Tammy Abraham under Tuchel. We saw last week Tuchel trusted Abraham and started him up front. So I fancy he may be getting in a goal. Remember, Chelsea is playing Burnley at the Stamford Bridge. And then we have another Chelsea player, goalkeeper, Mendy. He may end up keeping his first clean sheet under Tuchel. And then we have Chilwell, the Chelsea fullback, can be also a good pick. Then we have Maddison from Leicester. Without Jamie Vardy, Maddison is the Leicester marksman, and I fancy he may be getting in good points alongside Yuri Telemans and Harvey Barnes. So they are really, really good players to look at this game of 21. And we have lastly Zaha from Crystal Palace. He scored 2 goals last week, and he may continue with his form today against Wolves at home. And then lastly, Grealish against Southampton away. Grealish has been returning good points, and he may continue with the same. So just to educate you, do you know that you can use bench boost, which will enable you to get points from players in your bench? Bench boost is actually good when using it in a double game week, or when you see your bench is most likely to get in points. So for instance, the bench is made up of 4 players, a goalkeeper and 3 outfield players. So when they give points, it is not counted in the fantasy. They only count points for the first 11.